You don't need $1 million. You don't need six figures. You don't even need to own a home. What you need is $20,000 in your bank account. That's it. $20,000 is the difference between being someone's slave and being free. And if you don't have it right now, you're playing a game you cannot win. Let me be brutally honest with you. If you have less than $20,000 saved, you are not in control of your life. Your boss controls you. Your landlord controls you. Hell, even your car mechanic controls you. You wake up every day and dance for whoever has money because you don't have any. And the worst part? You probably don't even realize how trapped you actually are. You know that feeling when your check engine light comes on and your stomach drops? That immediate panic where you're doing mental math trying to figure out if you can afford whatever's about to come out of the mechanic's mouth? That's not normal. That's slavery. Financial slavery. And most people live their entire lives in it. Look, my name is Ali, and I need to tell you exactly why $20,000 is the number that separates people who are in control from people who are getting controlled. This isn't theory. This isn't some motivational bullshit. This is what actually happened when I went from broke to having real money in the bank. 2019. I'm 24 years old, making $52,000 a year at a marketing agency. On paper, decent salary. In reality, completely broke. Like checking my account before buying a $6 sandwich broke. And I had no idea why until one specific moment changed everything. My boss calls me into his office, wants me to work weekends for 2 months. No extra pay, just being a team player. And I said yes. You know why? Because I had $847 in my checking account and rent was due in 11 days. I didn't have the option to say no. That night, I went home and opened a spreadsheet, tracked every single dollar I spent for the last 3 months. What I found made me want to punch myself in the face. $340 a month on food delivery. $340 having someone bring me food I could make for $80. $180 on subscriptions I barely used. Gym I hadn't visited in 4 months. Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, some meditation app I downloaded once. $450 a month going out. Bars, clubs, brunches. Trying to look like I had my life together while secretly panicking about money 24/7. Just those 3 categories? $970 a month. Almost 12 grand a year just vanishing. And I'd been complaining about not being able to save while literally setting money on fire. Right there, I made a decision. 18 months to save $20,000. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened because it's not some overnight success story. It's brutal, it's ugly, and it worked. Month 1 was hell. Canceled everything. Deleted food delivery apps. Stopped going out completely. My friends thought I was losing it. Bro, it's just one drink. Come on, it's Sarah's birthday. Every time I said no, I felt like a loser, like I was missing out while everyone else was living. But you know what I was actually missing? The privilege of not having a panic attack every time I checked my bank account. I cooked every meal, rice, chicken, vegetables, over and over. Coworkers would go to nice restaurants, and I'd be in the break room with Tupperware. They stopped inviting me. That hurt. But every Friday, I'd check my savings. Week 1, $247. Week 2, $489. Week 3, $756. Watching that number climb became more addicting than any night out. Month 3, $2,100 saved. Something shifted. I started seeing opportunities everywhere. Freelance writing gig, $800. Normally I'd think that's too much work. Now, that's almost half my rent. I took it. Sold old stuff. Sneakers, a guitar I hadn't played, camera equipment. Made $1,400 straight to savings. Month 6, $6,200. Then my car made that sound. Check engine light. Mechanic hits me with $1,900. Old me would have panicked, would have put it on a credit card and spent a year paying it off. But I had $6,200. I was annoyed, but I wasn't scared. Paid it. Savings dropped to $4,300. Kept going. That's when I understood what financial security actually means. It's not being rich. It's emergencies being inconveniences instead of catastrophes. Month 12, $11,800. Past halfway. And this is when crazy stuff started happening in my head. I stopped caring about impressing people. Coworker bought a new BMW. Nice car. I felt nothing. 3 years ago, I'd be jealous. Now I just thought, that's a down payment he'll never get back. That's choosing to look rich over being rich. Started seeing money in how people behaved. My neighbor made maybe $80,000, always had new stuff. New TV, new gaming setup, but I'd hear him arguing with credit card companies. That used to be me. Now it was like watching a horror movie. Month 15, $15,400. My boss pulled the same move. Big project, work weekends, no extra pay, great for your career. I said no, just flat out no. His face went through 5 emotions. This is a team player situation, Ali. I looked at him and said, I understand, and I'm still going to pass. Nothing happened. He found someone else. Project got done. World kept spinning, but I'd stood up for myself because I could afford to. $15,400 said I didn't need to accept disrespect for a paycheck. Month 18, $20,000. $20,000 in my savings account. I didn't celebrate, didn't buy anything, just sat there looking at my phone, and I felt peace. Let me explain what $20,000 actually does to your life. First, it gives you walking away money. You can quit a job you hate, leave a relationship that's not working, take a risk on a business. Most people live trapped in situations they hate because they don't have have the runway to change. 20 grand gives you options. Options are freedom. Second, it changes how you negotiate everything. When my apartment tried to raise rent $200, I didn't panic. Told them that didn't work for me, and if they couldn't be reasonable, I'd find somewhere else. They lowered it $50. They could smell desperation on old me. Not anymore. Third, it completely rewires how you think about money. Before $20,000, I was trading time for money. Work more hours, make more money. After, I started thinking about making money work for me. I took $15,000 and put it in index funds, left $5,000 as emergency money. First month, my investments went up $380, made $380 doing nothing, just by having money and putting it somewhere smart. You know how long it takes me to make $380 after taxes at my job? About 10 hours. My money made it while I slept. That's when I understood make your money work for you. It's not mystical. It's having enough that returns actually matter. Here's what nobody tells you. It's not linear. First $20,000 is brutal. Every dollar feels like pulling teeth. But your second $20,000 comes faster because now you've got that first 20 working alongside your savings. At 8% annual return, $20,000 generates $1,600 a year in growth. That's $133 a month. So if you're saving $1,000 monthly, you're actually putting away $1,133 because your money is compounding. Your second $20,000 takes 15 months instead of 18. Third, maybe 13. It accelerates. People who never start can't wrap their heads around this. They see the first mountain and say, it's too steep. They don't realize every mountain after gets easier. Today, I'm 27. I have $127,000 in investments and $15,000 emergency fund. That's $142,000 net worth. 3 years from crying about a $1,900 car repair to having more than my parents had at 50. My life doesn't look different outside. Same one-bedroom apartment, same 2015 Honda Civic, still cook most meals. But internally, everything changed. I wake up without stress. Check my investments. Some days up $2,000, some days down $3,000. Don't care. Playing the long game, thinking in decades, not days. Last month, my company offered a promotion, more responsibility, better title, $8,000 more a year. I turned it down. Why? Starting a business, something I've wanted for years, but never had the courage or capital. Now I have both. This is what $20,000 does. Not just money in an account. Complete identity shift. From controlled by circumstances to controlling circumstances. From reacting to life to designing it. But real talk. Getting to $20,000 from zero requires discipline most people don't have. Not being mean, just true. Most people would rather be comfortable than wealthy. Rather go out and feel normal than stay in and build something real. That's fine, their choice. But don't be surprised when you're 40, still living paycheck to paycheck, while others have it figured out. The difference isn't luck, not connections, not privilege. Literally, just different choices. Here's the framework I used. 1. Track every dollar for 30 days. $2 for coffee or $1,500 for rent. Write it down. Cannot fix what you cannot measure. You're spending way more than you think on stuff that doesn't matter. 2. Cut everything non-essential. Food, shelter, transportation to work, utilities. That's it. Everything else is negotiable. Don't need Netflix. Don't need Spotify Premium. Don't need that gym membership you use twice a month. Cut it all. 3. Automate savings. First dollar you make. Automatic transfer to a savings account you can't easily access. Start with whatever you can, even $100 monthly. Habit matters more than amount initially. 4. Increase income. This is where most advice stops at save more and ignores income. You need to make more money. Side hustle, freelance, sell stuff. Ask for a raise, switch jobs, attack both sides of the equation. 5. Protect your progress. Once you start building savings, your brain will sabotage you. Think of 100 reasons why you deserve to spend it. Vacation because you've been disciplined. New car because yours is old. Better apartment because you can afford it now. Ignore all of it. That money is for building your future. Last week, I saw an old college friend make $70,000 at a tech company. Good job. Stressed as hell. Complaining about money. His boss, his apartment, asked how much he had saved. Looked at me like I was crazy. Saved? Man, I'm just trying to survive. After rent and car payment and student loans and going out, there's nothing left. Making $18,000 more than I was when I started. Has nothing. Why? Spending every dollar. Nice car, fancy apartment, goes out constantly, latest tech, looks successful on Instagram, but he's broke. One emergency from disaster. Trapped in a job he hates because can't afford to leave. Living the life society tells him to, while being miserable inside. I wanted to shake him. All this stuff you're buying is keeping you poor, but people don't want to hear it. Want to believe they can have it all right now. Look rich and be rich simultaneously. You can't. Not starting out. You have to choose. Most people choose to look rich. Choose appearance of success over actual security. Then wonder why they're stressed constantly. Here's the truth nobody accepts. Building wealth requires temporary pain. Sacrifice now for better later. Say no to things you want so you can say yes to things you need. Be okay with people thinking you're weird or cheap or missing out. People who laugh at you for being frugal at 25 are asking you for money at 35. People who think you're crazy for skipping brunch to save $40 complain about money for life. You decide what kind of person you you want to be. Look good but feel terrible, or look average but have complete control. Because $20,000 isn't just a number. It's a statement about who you are. It says, I have my shit together. I can handle whatever life throws at me. I'm not a victim of circumstances. I'm in control. Once you make that statement to yourself, everything changes. How you walk into a room changes. How you negotiate changes. How you make decisions changes. Stop operating from fear. Start operating from power. I think about old me sometimes. Guy who said yes to working weekends because he was scared. Guy who spent money trying to fill a void. Guy who looked at his bank account with dread. I feel bad for him, but grateful. His pain motivated, present me to do something different. If you're in that position now, listen, you're not stuck. You feel stuck because you don't have options. Don't have options because you don't have money. But you can change that. Won't be easy. Won't be fast. Absolutely possible. Your goal right now isn't getting rich. It's getting to $20,000. That's your first mountain. Everything else comes after. But first, climb that mountain. On the other side is a different version of you. Calmer, more confident, sleeps better, doesn't panic when their car makes weird noises. That version is waiting, already there. You just build the bridge to get to them. That bridge is built $1 at a time, one disciplined choice at a time, one sacrifice at a time. It's worth it. I promise it's worth it. Now stop reading and go look at your bank account. Really look at it. Then decide what you're doing differently starting today, not tomorrow, not Monday, today. Your future self is counting on you. Don't let them down.